Before you dive into your brand new PlayStation VR 2nd generation, here are some crucial settings you definitely need to adjust, change to really let you get the most out of this device. And in addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and cover some common user errors and some amazing adjustments and things to definitely be aware of about your brand new PSVR. So this is the full video tutorial, all the tips and tricks and the hidden features you could do with your PlayStation VR 2. Let's go ahead and begin. Let's start off with the headset itself. Aside from the focus adjustments, as well as twisting to lock the head strap, which is common stuff, but one thing that always mislooked is these holes right here on the side. These may look like it's some type of design element to the headset, but it's not. It's there for a purpose, and that is to put the earbuds in here once you're done using your VR headset. The first generation PlayStation VR had this as well, and you'll be surprised how many people overlook this, that it actually has a holder right there for your headset. Now, other than that, number two thing that I've been seeing a lot is the blurriness. A lot of people are complaining how blurry it is and the screen door effect. This is due to user error. And if you're experiencing this, it's not your fault. It's just that the PlayStation VR 2 doesn't have that much playroom. It just has to be so precise for images to be clear. So there's a couple things you could try. One, clean it up with a cleaning cloth. No rubbing alcohol or anything like that. Just a cleaning cloth. That's all you really need. Two is, if you wear glasses like I do, probably look into buying prescription lens for the PSVR 2 or put on contacts. Because the thing I've noticed, even once I already wiped my lens and my glasses, it just generates fog on my glasses, which makes everything look blurry. And then the next thing you can do is just realign everything. Make sure the image is clear and lock it in tight, because it might have easily just moved out of position when you're gaming in VR. Yes, this also includes this dial. Now, last thing you can do if all those still don't work is go on your PlayStation settings and just go ahead and go into PlayStation VR 2, and where it says adjust visibility, it's going to go into the eye tracking software to recalibrate everything for you. So just go ahead and adjust lens distance and just allow the software to run. Just follow the on-screen instructions and you should be all set. But just in case it still doesn't work, go ahead and go into the adjust eye tracking and just follow the on-screen instructions to recalibrate everything for you. Now, aside from just playing video games, the PSVR actually has cinematic mode, which allows you to actually watch your YouTube videos, Netflix on your PS5 in a large cinema. And you do have the capability to enlarge the screen as well. And to have access to this, all you have to do is just go back to your settings and go into accessories and then select PSVR 2. And just go down to where you find cinematic mode. And where it says screen size, this slider, just maximizer, make it minimum, depending on your personal preference. But this is where you go in to adjust. So you can extend it to the much bigger screen to give you a real home theater-like experience. So underneath the PSVR 2, there's two buttons. You have the power and this button right here, which by default will toggle your pass-through mode, so you can actually maneuver your way throughout your room without you bumping into anything. Well, you can actually switch this button to do something else. You can actually toggle it to mute your microphone. This is ideal for multiplayer players, users who always use the VR headset to communicate with teammates, but there are times where you want to mute this, so you can actually swap this. To go ahead and do this, all you have to do is just go into your settings, accessories one more time, PSVR 2, you know the drill by now, and where it says function button assignment, here select mute microphone. And now you have the capability to mute your mic and just reverse this if you want to go back into a single casual experience, and you have the capability to quickly switch to pass-through mode. Now the PSVR does have external cameras finally. There's no need to have an external camera or anything like that set up to your PlayStation. It just connects with a USB-C. We should know this. But a cool thing is these external cameras actually do support night vision. Just not in a way you will think. So by default, the PlayStation VR does require you to play in a well-lit room in order for the controllers to track accurately. However, if you like to play with all the lights off and the TV off to give you a full VR immersion without any light leaking into your VR headset, you can do that so long as you have this device. This is a portable IR illuminator. This one in particular is battery powered, and I'll have it linked in the video description down below. But what this box allows me to do is play VR in a dark room. Because if you look closely, technically this allows my VR headset to see in the dark, which technically converts it into a night vision goggles. So with this device, I could easily play at night, no light or anything, so I could really get spoofed if I'm playing the Resident Evil. So pick up this accessory if you like to also game at night. Now you may be wondering, where's the volume rocker on the PSVR? Unfortunately, there's no physical buttons, but the way you could quickly access it is just by simply tapping on the PlayStation icon on the controller and go into the sound speaker icon in the sound menu. Here you'll see the PSVR 2, click on it, and you'll find the volume adjuster. Now, a cool thing about the PSVR 2 is you're not required to have the TV on. Once you already set it up to your console, you could literally turn on your PlayStation 5 with just a VR headset by itself. So the VR headset technically is your display. And the cool way I finally find myself utilizing this is if I actually play flat PS5 games and just use this VR headset as my main display. And this display is capable to go up to 120 Hertz. And you can actually lock some of the games to actually stay at the most highest FPS possible for this headset. If you'd like to go ahead and fix it, all you have to do is just go into Settings, Accessories, PSVR 2, in Cinematic Mode, and then select Video Output for Cinematic Mode. And this is where you'll find the 120 Hertz output and HDR. Now back to the controllers. If you actually use the strap, this strap is actually cleverly engineered due to the fact that it actually does have an auto tightness feature. If you just move your wrist like this, it will immediately tighten super easy, single-handed. No need to use two hands to like tighten it like a Wii controller or something like that. Pretty nice. But if you're fearless and you really don't care about damaging your belongings or the controller itself, you can also remove the strap by just twisting. It comes out like so. And then lastly, unplug your VR headset once you're not playing. Last thing you want, somebody tripping over this cable and damaging it. So whenever I remove it, I always make sure not to pinch the wire. So do big rotation circles like this. This way, nothing gets tangled, nothing gets damaged, and you don't have to replace the cable. Even though it is indeed swappable, it does require some skills because you will disassemble your VR headset. So I don't recommend. It's best just to avoid it entirely. And if you need an extension to this cable, if you'd like to make it longer, there are additional extension cables that do support the PSVR 2. I'll have some link in the description down below. Aside from that, now you are a pro when it comes to using your PSVR 2. There you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you got some good informative information out of this video. Again, links to all these featured products that changed will all, of course, be linked in the video description down below. So literally those accessories that I featured are all a click away. Now, if you like to share some tips and tricks of your own that we might have missed and you want everybody else to also be aware of, feel free to comment down below. I'll look at it, possibly pin you on the top portion of this video in the comment section. But before you click off, I'd like to thank you for watching all the way to the very end of this video. You are a legend, and I really do appreciate it. But I do have one question for you. What are you playing right now on your PSVR 2? Please feel free to share me your recommended game so I can get my hands on it and try it out and enjoy as well. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to watch more, maybe you want to check out a video comparison against the PSVR 2 versus the Meta Quest 2. I've done that video right over there, which you can actually go ahead and see for yourself if it's any good or not. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.